Men and women of the House, I rise today to oppose the pending motion. LD 125 would direct the Bureau of Parks and Lands to sell roughly a 12-acre parcel of land to the Eagle Lake Public Reserve land to a private commercial sporting camp. The owners leased public reserve land to operate a hunting camp on Eagle Lake. Private sporting camps that existed prior to the consolidation of Maine's public reserve lands have historically leased land from the state. Local businesses are part of the lifeblood of Maine's economy. As a small local business owner myself, the importance of supporting local businesses is not lost on me. I recognize that the success of this business is good for a rural area like the region it's in, so I support their business venture in general. I would argue that, operating on leased land, this business has done quite well and has increased tourism in the area, as well as promoted the sporting culture that is part of Maine's identity. Here are just a few excerpts from the camp's website. Enjoy bird watching, nature tours, boating, salmon and trout fishing, and moose and bear hunts in legendary comfort. Experience the world-class May salmon fishing, late summer trophy bear hunting, fall moose, grouse, goose, and duck hunting. 7 year-round log cabins accommodate from 2 to 10 persons, up to 40 guests. The cabins have gas lights and heat, and each has a private bathroom. All of the cabins are on frontage facing the lake, and each has a broad veranda, Wi-Fi, voice-over internet phone, and satellite phone service. For fine dining, the legendary Roosevelt Dining Room seats 30. The Rough Rider Tavern has a large fieldstone fireplace, regulation pool table, and game room. Our guests may arrive by four-wheel drive, boat, snowmobile, and float plane, and we can arrange charter flights from eastern cities to get you here in a matter of hours. They are a featured location on glamping.com. OMM Outfitters, a world-class guiding service, touts the business as one of the fine companies we recommend. This, to me, is not a description of a failing business in need of saving, as the owners have testified. This is a perennial bill, this being the third time it has come before this body. The owners have come to the legislature over multiple sessions to try to buy the public reserve land parcel from the state, despite choosing this location and signing a lease knowing what the limitations were. We have already given the landowners a great deal of say in the creation of their lease. We have also allowed the camp owners a number of privileges, including applying for moose permits for their guests and the right to a longer lease. These landowners have been given wide latitude by the state, and they have been given a fair shake. Many organizations agree. This legislation this year alone has been opposed by a wide coalition of public and private groups, including, I would argue the most important, the Department of Agriculture and Forestry, the Bureau of Parks and Lands, who oppose this for many reasons. The Appalachian Mountain Club, the Natural Resource Council of Maine, and Maine Audubon. Finally, it's important that we take into consideration the unintended consequences of approving a deal like this. If we approve this sale, are we saying that public land is available for purchase if someone has the resources to lobby the legislature for long enough? Is this a precedent that we want to set? Even with the proposed deed restrictions, what would keep them from coming back to the legislature as before and ask for changes to the deed? This is something that ACF has done for other deeds, so it's not unheard of. And there are currently at least 4 other sporting camp leases and campgrounds on parks and public reserve lands who would most likely follow suit and demand to purchase the land that they are on as well. Would we provide this to all of them? Would it be at the same deal without a competitive bidding process that this land is proposed to be conveyed? Public reserve land is special. It has a history. There isn't a lot of it. Maine has the lowest percentage of publicly owned land of any East Coast state. At 6.5%, to contextualize that data, in the neighboring state of New Hampshire, 17% of land is publicly owned, and over a quarter of the state of Florida is public land. This land is special, and it belongs to the people of Maine. It is not for sale just because the interested party would like it to be for sale and/or has the resources to lobby the legislature. This land belongs to the people of Maine. It is a historic parcel, and it would create an inholding that would be situated inside Eagle Lake Public Reserve parcel. For 200 years, Maine's public reserve land have been held in public trust and managed for public use. They protect wildlife habitat, provide timber for forestry activities, and offer diverse recreation opportunities. This bill makes public lands vulnerable to privatizations. For these reasons, I ask you that you join me in opposing the pending motion. Thank you.